What up guys, it's Broke Nerds, and today we're going to be checking out from Target's Haulathon. I like to just call it the Pizza Xenomorph monster, but the Pizza monster from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now if you look at him, the cool thing, my first impression of this thing was it looks like the alien from the movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver, and I'll admit that's kind of the only reason I wanted it in the first place. But then I actually bought the episode that they were in, and it was kind of interesting. And I'll go into that a little bit more when we open it. But here's the front of it, the sides with the classic VHS look, and then the back. All right, let's get down to opening him. All right, so I got him unboxed. And so noticed a couple things. One of the stranger things is the tail is separate. So I guess that makes sense because of how big he is. But you can see they got the tail in there separately. And looks like just a typical ball joint. Let's see. Trying to get it on there safely. Not gonna lie, taking a little bit more force than I'd like. Oh. Almost. The problem is this. The butt part keeps wanting to move around as I put the pressure to connect it. So let's give it one more good old try. All right, I think I got it connected. It's kind of weird because, yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to be, so you can see the front of him is like a really nice yellow. It's a really bright, vibrant yellow. But then when you turn him around, he's like a darker yellow to show off shading. So naturally, I would think that it would be sticking up, because usually when you have a figure or anything, the tail is going to be sticking up like this, but kind of goes against the color scheme a little bit. So I don't know, I guess that's up to the user, whichever way you want to have him. But all right, but hey, tail's connected after a little bit of work, and he stands on his own without the tail just fine. By adding the tail, it just gives him a little bit more stability. I like him though. He's a pricey figure. He's about $40, unless you were lucky enough to get the 20% off coupon last week. But even so, just paying the regular $40, I think he's worth it. He's got some nice size to him. If you want, I got for comparison, I got the foot soldier. You can see he has some nice height compared to the foot soldier. And then he's about the same height scale as this guy, and I would assume Muckman. Still a little bit bigger, but close in size. But yeah, just moves pretty well. You can rotate him around a little bit. My favorite thing is with his head. You can actually open and close his mouth as much or as little as you might want. So I like that. That's one of my favorite features about him. You can move his head. Still can't get over the fact that this guy literally looks like a Xenomorph, but I love the fact that somehow 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were able to get away with this and not get sued. Now, one of the only problems I did have with this figure is because of those little plastic things they like to use. I'm not sure if it's that. I'm not sure if it's a paint flaw, but right here, there's a little bit of a divot in his head, like kind of a dent. And then he also has the same thing on this side. Not nearly as bad, but still present. So I don't know if that's just the box kind of crushing him in the figure a little bit, but other than that, that's about the only paint flaws I can see with this guy. No, nothing broken, nothing too bad. I like him though. He's an imposing, strong figure, I think, to add to the turtle lineup. And then he's got a couple accessories. Got the UFO pizza, and then you can take the pizza out of the box or put it inside. I like it in the box. I think that works better. And then you can do like what you're supposed to do in the movie, which is had the little baby one, and he's supposed to come out of the box and out of the pizza, just like in the cartoon. So I thought that's pretty cool. Before I watched the episode, I didn't know what the deal is with this little guy. So I was like, is he just like a little devil alien that just shows up and doesn't do anything? But watching the episode and seeing that this is actually how they start, and then they turn into this, I thought that was cool. And it made sense why they included him into here. And then the only other thing is this little scanner which they use in the cartoon to try and hunt down the, I don't know, I keep wanting to call him turtle alien / xenomorph. But anyway, yeah, this is what they use in the cartoon to try and track him down. But, yeah. Overall, I think he's a pretty cool figure. And I mean, $40 is a little bit pricey, but I mean, I think you get a pretty solid figure for that price. Has some maneuverability. Joints all seem good. So yeah. I know everyone's out there trying to grab as many things from the Target Haul-a-thon as they can, but I definitely say this guy is worth your money out of just about everything that they offered. And the crazy thing was that he was offered online first, and so for about a year now, he's been sitting on eBay for like $100. And so since they released him at Target for the Haul-a-thon, now you can get him for $40. So this is one you wanted. Hopefully you didn't pay $100 for him, and you can get him now for that nice price of $40. And definitely worth it. But yeah, definitely cool one for me to add to my collection, and hopefully soon we'll be having a couple more videos coming to you guys. Take care.